Well, good morning or afternoon. This is a wonderful, wonderful turnout, and I love this event. I think we started this event 3 or 4 years ago. It gets bigger, it gets better every year, and I want to welcome each and every one of you back to here. I want to start by saying we're off to a new year. I'm going to talk about that, and I hope everybody had a good, enjoyable summer. It was a hot summer, wasn't it? It's one of the hottest we've had in a long time. But I want to thank you for being here and getting us off to another year. I'm going to start off with the hurricane, and I want to say that just how fortunate and blessed we really are. You know, I tell people that hurricane went 2,336 miles and it missed us by 50. Think about that, okay? Right? And at one time it was scheduled, it looked as if it could come into Baffin Bay. If that had come into Baffin Bay, we would be Rockport today. Okay, it's that simple. So we're very blessed, and I'm sorry it hurt anybody in Houston or Rockport, but I'm very thankful that we as a campus survived, and we have a lot to be thankful for. Having said that, I want to thank all the staff members that helped prepare and get ready for the hurricane. People were working long hours with SSD. I saw them. They were out there. And I appreciate everything you did to prepare for it, and I thank you so very much. And when we sent everybody else home, you know, they were still out there. And when we were all home getting our families in our houses prepared, they were taking care of campus. So thank you so very much. I also want to talk about our students. You know, we evacuated and had hundreds of students literally go home to Houston area. And many of them are having trouble getting back to campus. Many of them have lost everything. And I want you to know that I'm starting my 10th year as president. In my 10 years, I've never been more proud of the faculty. I met with the faculty, and Dr. Anderson met with the faculty, and we talked to them last week, and we said, we have got to take care of our students. And it cannot come from the president. When we talk about academics, when we talk about the classroom, it starts with the faculty, and it's got to come from them. And I told them, this has got to come from you. They met, the Executive Senate members met. They developed proposals on how we're going to deal with the students, what support services we needed, how we would deal with them, how we would extend time, and then they took it back and it was approved by the overall faculty senate, and I'll be sending that out today. But I want you to know that our faculty cares greatly about these students, and we're going to do everything we can to ensure that their education is not stopped or impeded, that we will do everything we can. We've extended deadlines. We're going to do everything we can to help these students. At the same time, I'm very concerned about some of our faculty and our staff. We had faculty and staff lose homes. I have that lived in Rockport or Aransas Pass and other places. And I came out yesterday with a policy. Now, what I can do as president under certain conditions, I can grant administrative leave with pay, okay? And there's a process that you got to follow on that, and we meet those guidelines. So this is what's going to happen. If you or somebody that works with you has missed time because of this hurricane, there's a form that you need to fill out. It'll tell who the person is, what happened, and I have to know by law how many vacation days you have. However, I'm not going to charge vacation days. I'm going to give everybody the time they need to get back on their feet. Okay? So again, I went out with that yesterday, and I know some people I can name that are homeless right now. We are going to take care of the Javelina family. We're going to take care of faculty, we're going to take care of staff, and we're going to take care of students. And we're very blessed that we weren't hurt any more than we were, but there are issues, and we together, as Javelina Nation, we're going to take care of everybody. And so I want you to know that, okay? And so this will be a tricky semester. We're off to a a tough start, but together we will get through it and we will move on. Now, let me talk about our budget, and I want to talk about the good news, and I want to talk about the bad news, and where we stand, okay? For 9 years as a university, well, let me back up. We get money from the state based on our growth. If we grow 5% and everybody else grows 10%, we lose money. So there's a given pie of money, and it's always based on your growth, and it's always based on the growth compared to where you were 2 years ago. For 9 years, we kept growing and growing and growing, and we accumulated a lot of money. We added positions, we gave raises, but throughout that, if you can remember, I said, we're not going to spend all this money, folks. We're going to save some of this money, because one day we may need to save our money. We may need our money. So we've saved a whole lot of money, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. And this time last year, we grew. And then in January, for the first time in my presidency, we started losing students. And it was almost exclusively international students. And we're not going to get into everything, but after the election, many of our international students did not feel comfortable coming to America. If you look at the data around the country, many universities have lost students this year, but primarily from India. And India was where we get most of our international students. In fact, I believe that the country of Ireland is now taking 25,000 more students than ever before, international students, and Canada is up 65%. So, to make a long story short, in January, we noticed a significant loss in international students. Now, international students pay 5 times more than national students, and they pay cash. Okay? That continued throughout the summer, and now we're down about 550 international students this semester. Now, what does this mean? I can go through all the formula, but in a nutshell, we lost $9 million from the state legislature for the next 2 years. Okay? Now, here's the good news. We should have lost and could have lost $19 million. But there's a thing called hold harmless, and that's when the state comes in and says, we like what you've been doing, this is not all your fault, and we're going to give you a break. And our legislators gave us a huge break of over $10 million. And that's because of the work that everybody here's been doing, okay? You know, we've been working hard, we've been doing the right thing, our graduation rates have gone up, and we're doing the right thing, and the state of Texas is appreciative of that. So they saved us $10 million. To make it in a nutshell, this year, we're going to be $8 million down. Now, in addition, as you all know, the governor last semester put a hiring freeze on the whole state of Texas, and he's now come back and is taking money from us from the hiring freeze. So the money that we saved on the hiring freeze during the last semester, we don't get to keep. The governor did that so he could take that money. So he's come back and has taken that money. Now, the hiring freeze is over. We're going to have to look at our positions very carefully, but there is no hiring freeze, okay? But every position that both faculty and staff, I'm going to hold everybody accountable. I want to make sure that we spend our money wisely, because we're down $8 million. Now, here's the good news. The good news is the administrative leave have figured a way to really cut back and make about $4 million of savings. So somewhere between $4 and $5 million we're going to be down this year. Now, we have saved a lot of money. And I shouldn't say this, but we have about $39 million in reserves. And as we make money every year, I said we're going to spend it, but we're going to save it. So we've saved some real money. And I went to the Board of Regents last month and I said, I want to take $5 million out of our reserves to cover our deficit for this year, and they approved it. So, the bad news is we've lost money. The good news is we were prepared for it, and nobody's going to lose a job this year, okay? No positions are going to be eliminated. There's going to be no cutbacks. We're going to do just fine. We have the resources to take care of everybody. Now, having said that, we need to grow again, and we need to really tackle the international student issue, okay? And, you know, you can't keep we cannot keep doing what we've done and expect a difference. So we've really come up with a great plan. Dr. Alan Rasmussen and a whole bunch of folks are leaving for India on Friday. They'll be gone 2.5 weeks. We're going to college fairs. We're going to be on the ground. We're going to be offering scholarships in person. And we have developed a program, which I've never heard of, on-the-spot pre-admission to Texas A&M University Kingsville. And I think, Dr. Durant, you're involved in that. A lot of people involved in that, and we're going to make it happen on the ground. So what we hope to do is be able to show that we can reverse this trend in next semester, and by this time next year, we will be growing again and we will be fine. You know, there's nothing that together we cannot tackle, okay? We can solve these problems. You know, there's nothing we can do about the politics of this country right now. That's not, you know, we can't do anything about it. You know, but what we can do is we can go after our international students and tell them that Kingsville is an incredibly friendly place to international students. And by the way, our studies show that international students love coming to school here, okay? They feel warm, they feel welcome here, they feel safe here, and we just got to get out and get that message to these students, and we're taking some international students on the recruiting trip next week over there. So, on the budget, I have concerns. It's the first time. Now, actually, it's not. Remember, in 2010, we lost $10 million overnight. I don't remember if you remember that. And we did an early separation program where 82 people decided to retire early. At that time, we were down to no reserves. We were much worse off than we are today. So we've come a long, long ways. Financially, we're sound. We can weather this storm, but as I've always said, we only weather this storm together. And everybody on this campus is important. Everybody in this room, everybody in the classroom, we are a team, and we want to grow, we want to retain our students, we want to educate our students. It happens with all of us working together. And the good news is we've proven that we can work together for 9 years, and we are positioned perfectly to weather this storm. But this year, we gotta really be careful how we spend our money, and we have to really work hard, and we will get through that. Okay? Now, having said that, my belief has always been that when you hit something like this, you have to have been prepared for it, and we're prepared for it. And you cannot stop doing what you've been doing. Okay? So we have some initiatives that we're going to continue, and I'll go through a couple here that's very important. Academically, we're looking at and moving forward with a brand new college. South Texas does not produce health professionals. If you look at the counties in South Texas, we're not meeting the need to provide people for the health industry of all sorts. So we're going to develop and create a college of health professions. We're going to put together, initially, we will be putting together some academic disciplines that we already have. They will come together, and then we will look at developing a physical therapy program, an occupational therapy program, a health administration program, and we're going to start developing new programs so we can have a great college of health professions, and nobody in South Texas has that. Nobody. And we'll beat everybody to the punch, and we'll be able to help South Texas, and we'll be able to get great jobs for our students. And we're doing that this year, and we're pressing forth on that, and we have a plan. In terms of some other things that we're doing, I think many of you know that several years ago we outsourced our payroll function to College Station. And for a lot of reasons, and we love the Aggies, but we decided maybe we want that back. So we're bringing payroll back to this campus, and that will be under our control. And we're doing that as we speak. And another thing that we're really looking at, and Mr. Kurapati is really good at process and looking at processes, we're looking at how we hire our entire hiring process. It takes us way too long for us to get a replacement in a position. When one of you needs somebody, we start a process, it's all done by paper, it gets stuck here, it gets stuck there, and it takes way too long. We want to, and what our goal is, I want to be able to do this, we want to do this paperless. We're not going to do it by paper, we're going to do it by computer, and we'll be able to track how many days and how many minutes it takes for a person to get a position hired. And I had this at my last campus. You could come to me and say, it took us too long to get this position, and I could tell you exactly, here's the good news, where it is and who has it on there, and there's nobody can blame everybody. But it would, so we're, you know, it's all right there, okay? But we're going to move that, and we're going to continue to really make our processes more efficient, more effective, much more user-friendly. And the last thing I'll talk about is Cheryl Kane and Mr. Kurapati are looking at, and we're looking at customer service processes across campus and how we reach out and meet our customer, something we'll be doing this year. And the last thing I'm doing is Dr. Anderson is bringing in a consultant, I believe, next week. It's real interesting. We're bringing in a company that will look at the student experience from the time you apply to the time you graduate. How we're going to map it out. Where does that student have problems? Where are we presenting obstacles? Where can we be more efficient and effective as we move the student throughout their whole 4 years or 5 years education here, okay? And we're bringing in this consultant to map that out because and I want to back up, we've done great things here. Remember, our retention rate has gone from 51% to last year 71%. Our graduation rates are improving. We're doing the job that we need to do, and we've been doing a great job, but we can do a greater job, okay? We can do it better, and that's what we're going to be looking at this year. So, I just want to again say how much I appreciate each and every one of you. A university is about everybody, every position working together. It's not just about the classroom. It's about all the people that sit right here that provide all of the service every day to that classroom. And I appreciate everything you do. We're lucky that we weren't hurt more by the hurricane, but we're going to take care of everybody that was, faculty, staff, and students. We have to watch our money this year. We got to do things differently. We got to grow. So in 2 years, we have more money. And we're not going to sit back and do nothing, even though we're low on resources. We're going to use some of the money we have, and we're going to continue to go forth and do great. And again, 9 years ago when I was up here, we had 5,200 students. Today we're looking at right at 9,000, and we've done a lot of great things. And none of this would have ever happened without each and every one of you. So thank you very much. Now, I hope we go out and win a football game this weekend, okay? And a volleyball game. Our volleyball team's off to a great start also. So go Javelinas. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, President Conant. And We appreciate your foresight and everything you do to preserve this campus. And again, mentioning with the recent events, the staff council wishes to urge all Javelina families to be Javelina strong, especially with these recent events. And the staff council represents you as a staff. So if anyone has any questions or suggestions, please locate your staff council member and let us know so your voice can be heard. That is exactly what we are here for. And with that being said, the next thing we're going to do is get some door prizes. Who would like some door prizes? Anybody? That kid inside. You guys, everyone got their tickets? We're going to give out 4 door prizes. That's a weird number. Margie Galvan is a weird number. Okay, anyone with a ticket ending in 421? 421. And we have a winner. Congratulations. All right, the next door prize is going to the person with a ticket ending in 217. 217. Oh, from that to that. Congratulations, your door prize is on its way. Yes. Actually, in my class, I can't see that part again. Okay. So the next door prize is going to the person with a ticket ending in 211. 211. And we have another winner. We have a lot more door prizes to give away to us, so bear with it. And next, the last door prize for this session of giving away door prizes, the person with the ticket ending in 521. Did you win? Oh, 521. Anybody? Bueller? Wait, did we get a winner? 521? All right, we have a winner. You were exactly. Okay, and without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move it along. Congratulations to everyone that won a door prize. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our keynote, Dr. Michelle Duran, who is our Assistant Vice President for Teaching and Learning, and she will be speaking with you today.
Okay, come on, you can do better than that. Okay. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. I am Michelle Dugan. I have the pleasure of knowing several of you today, but for those of you that don't, I'm sorry and apologize in advance because this is going to be energetic. It is going to be lively. I love that some of you are already moving your chair to get up and walk towards the door, but please don't. Let's go ahead and stay and see how this works. So let's tell you a little bit about how I got here today. Not where I was born, not where I was from, but how I got here to this keynote speech. So we were in a staff council meeting and the group was talking about who could we get that is motivational, that is knowledgeable, that is respected, and that is entertaining. And I am sitting at the table looking at everything, trying to make eye contact in some way, and I raised my hand practically real high, and nobody really suggested anything. So I said, okay, let's continue the conversation. So they kept on saying, let's get somebody honest. Let's get somebody who loves to move. Let's get somebody who's a good speaker. And I'm here like this. Now thinking, and I'm sitting in the crowd, somebody pay attention to me, and thinking, who could we, then somebody says, who could we possibly ask? And did you all ever see the donkey in Shrek? That's like, pick me. That was me. So finally, I made eye contact and sent a text message to one of them and said, pick me, please. And so they said, oh, which one would you like to do? And I thought, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. Absolutely, be willing to. Let me check my calendar, but yes. Okay, so that brought me here today. Which now puts us at the point where you have a choice. How many times have you heard that? Everything is a choice. So we have a choice of this presentation being A, exciting, or we have B. And you did eat turkey, so some of you may be falling asleep. So I want to hear from the crowd. Do we want choice A or B? A! I love the fact that people close to me are like, B. I was like, no. B, the one to choose A. Okay, great. All right, so everybody, what do we want? A it is, because I am not paying attention to the B's anyway. All right, so A, here we go. But if we are going to do an interactive presentation, let me remind us what interactive means. That means I talk to you, and you talk to me. I talk to you, you talk to me. It's a two-way. There we go. Revote, everybody's like, I want to do B, I don't want anyone. All right, so the one thing that I am not going to want, so if this happens, we're going to have to work a little bit as to where we go from here, okay? So we are going to get this party started. No matter what is happening at your job right now, no matter what meeting you left, what paperwork you have to hand in, you still have to hand in the paperwork. This is not going to be an excuse not to do it. But I want you right now just to live in the moment. Let's just get through today's presentation, and some of you are really hoping it goes faster than it will. But let's just get excited. Let's forget about everything other than the fact that we are here to have fun. You can dance, you can stand up. So come on, people. Some of you have done these dances before. I see you. I see you right there. Mashed potatoes. Some of you are eating. Good. Woo! Come on, we can keep going. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Here we go. We know the alligator, right? I know you know the words. It's also captioned so you can follow along. Okay, that's all the presentation you get because I'm out of breath. All right, but we're going to have a real talk. We're going to talk about the fact that sometimes we think, what is the reason that students choose universities? Why do students choose to go to a university? Reality is, students choose to go to universities based on academics, what they want to be, what their different careers are, what type of different material they have in curriculum that they have that stands out, correct? Why did you choose your university? Same thing, right? Reality is that people come for the academic part. Now, when is the last time that you heard a student say, I want to go to a university because that bursar, amazing. And for those of you that do not know what a bursar is, it's okay, I just found out when I got to the university, so you're fine. But when's the last time that students said, I want to go to this university because their famous system, woo, fantastic. Or my favorite, I want to go to a university because that Blackboard learning management system is hot. And that is correct, so students actually do that. No. But they really don't say things like that, do they? No. So the reason students come to a place is not necessarily anything other than academics. But remember, students have to come back, right? Students have to come back after they get here for academics. And you know why they come back? They get here for curriculum, but they stay because of all of you. They stay because of the support services that we provide, because of the experience that we help give. So a student can come to class, there is a lot out there that a student has to interact with all of us, correct? So the students stay here because of each and every single one of you. When's the last time you thought about that? When's the last time that you helped a student and thought, you know what? You're graduating because of me, because I helped that. When you see students go through a stage, how proud are we? I know that we all want to see graduation because everybody wants to stream it on the digital displays. I get that call all the time. But we take pride in our students, right? We're there cheering them on. We're there with posters sometimes, which I find entertaining because some of us are a little short, so the posters will be And you can hear it from the end. So the exciting part is I want you to get into this mindset of you are important. You are a part of that student's success, and we are at the core of things. Remember that retention and recruitment, enrollment, everything has to do with every single one of us. No matter how small we think our job is, it is a big part of success of this university. So I want to kind of think about our Javelina staff team, okay? I'm going to show a letter on the screen. This is the interactive part. So when I show a letter on the screen, I want you to just shout out a letter, a word that starts with that letter, or a short phrase that describes our Javelina staff. So tell me some words that begin with an S. Superstar, super, what else? We're really on the super thing. Go ahead. Service, what else? Supportive. Somebody said stupendous. All right, excellent, that's great. Now remember, let's keep it clean. We do have H in the house and we will respect that, sir. All right, okay, so we are smart. We shake things up. We are self-motivated. We are strong. We are strategic. We are special. But you know what word isn't on there that I think several of us have? We are student-centered, that's a good one. But you know what we're missing? Swagger. Several of us have a lot of swagger. And I will tell you, because some of you that walked in today were walking like this. Yeah, just help us get some financial aid. All right. And some of you were walking and said, yes, I just help a student register for their classes, even though they, changed a little bit, but we still registered them. Some of you went out there and said, that internet that you're using on your phone? That's me. That's exactly right. So when you think of swagger, who do you think? Who is the epitome of swagger? You all know this guy. Some of you are this guy. Okay. Some of us want to be this guy. Okay. So we walk in. That's good. That's good. So how many of us have swagger? Raise your hands high. All right. Now you put your hands up. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's okay. That's good. Okay. All right. So now with a T, give me some words with a T. Talented. Team. We are tirelessly working to achieve our goals. That is correct. Thank you, audience in the back. All right. What else? Talkative, trustworthy. There we go. We're tight. One of my students gave me that one. You can tell. I was like, what do you mean by tight? And they're like, tight, like yourself. That's good. We're tough. We teach one another things, right? But you know what we are? We're talented. We are very talented because we can take something that is small and make it into this amazing product. How many times have you done that in your office, right? That you're doing something and all of I am awesome. Some of you are like, I did it right now. I did it right now. Yes, thought of that word. All right. It's I did that. That's mine. I own that. That is what I did. I am awesome, right? So here's the interesting part. We need to celebrate our achievements. When's the last time that we celebrated what we did in an office? And if the director's like, when's the last time we celebrated? Okay, that's on you. Okay. But, we don't need a big party. Sometimes we need a pat on the back, right? So be each other's support system. Whenever you see someone and you see that maybe they're kind of celebrate, say, hey, good job. Thanks for helping me so fast. For those of you that ask questions, because I ask questions all the time, I always send an email or something after that's like, you rock. Because you do, because there's no way I would have figured that out without you. But sometimes we don't have anybody in the room. I used to be a programmer. So I was in a room by myself, programming like this, technique, right? And all of a sudden, I would figure it out, and the program would work. If you have ever programmed, you know what this feels like. It's that one mistake that you fix after about 6 hours of just looking at the same thing, and you're like, there, and finally you do it. And all of a sudden, you turn around and you think, there is no one next to me. And then you're like, I've been so by myself right now. And that song comes out in the back, all by myself. You can do that part, or you can actually celebrate the achievement by yourself. with something that I like to call a self-high five. People know what that is. So what I am going to do is I am going to empower you as a person today. I am going to teach you how to do a self-high five because you don't need anybody. You can do this on your own. So this is the interactive part again. I am going to need you to do a self-high five. For those of you that need instruction on how to do that, let me explain. Your right hand is on the top. Your left hand is going to meet it. And you are going to say, self-high five. Everybody understand that part? So on the count of 3, I am going to have you do a self-high five. I will demonstrate. I am with you on this journey. We are going to do this together. Okay, ready? And here we go on the count of 3. Everybody relax. Some of you are stretching. I find that really exciting. It's not that hard, but keep going. Okay, ready? Count of 3. Some of you are cheating. You're like, I got this. I got this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ready? And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Self-high five. That was very good. Now, next time I need you to say self-high five. For those of you that hit yourself, I apologize. I didn't think that was going to happen, but that's okay. All right, here we go. So ready? Let's try that again. Everybody together and say self-high five to really make it sound good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. So when some of you are doing that in offices, please let people know that you're there because they may call for help. They may see you doing that, okay? Just so everybody knows. So we are going to think of the next one called with the R. What are some descriptors with R? Rowdy. There we go. Not this group. Okay. What else? Reliable. What else? Responsive. Rainy. Ready. Oh, you said rainy. I'm like, it is an adjective. That is correct. Responsive. Excellent. What else? Respectable. Nice. We're right, and I love that. We're always right. No, we're often right. Let's just say that part. Okay. We're realistic. We're receptive. And yes, we are ready. We're roaring. Somebody thought of the Katy Perry song? Yeah. So those, some of you know what I'm talking about. All right. But you know, getting ready for something is actually something you have to train yourself to do. You have to train yourself to be ready for things. You have to get into the zone. How many of you have a theme song? Do not pretend. Several of you have a theme song. This was that interactive part again. I appreciate you. Yeah. So how many of you have a theme song? I have a theme song. I have a tiger. Every time I put it, it is. Okay. But okay. So this concerns me, but it's a good point to talk about. How do we get ready to face what is coming in our day? There are a couple of ways that we can do this. One of the ways is if that is you, wow, like you are ready for Star Search or something, that is fantastic. But some of us may not get ready like that. Several of us, based on your nods, are like, that's my theme song. Okay, that's good. But we get ready in different ways. So I'm going to play some songs and you tell me if they resonate with you and maybe this will be your next theme song. Okay? Let's see how this goes. All right. There you go. You can clap. You can clap. Woo, with that clapping group. I like that. That's good. Some of you are dancing in the back. It's only one of you, but that's still good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Others are like, this is great. I'm walking towards the door. Fantastic. That's good too. Woo! That's my song. That's my song. You cannot have my song. That's my song. Some of you can borrow it. That's fine. You can have my song. It's for guys and girls. Everybody get it. Maybe some of you have more swag. No. This is not a get out there and get motivated song. Some of you are nodding your head. Some of you are like, I don't move that fast anymore. Some of us don't have coordination, so it takes us a little bit. And then some of us wake up in a more Latin flavor. Some of you Okay. So the funny part about that is that the song is actually called Despacito, which means to go slow. But none of us go slow with that song. It's not at all. Like we're all like, woo, fantastic. Okay, so anyway, so you pick a theme song. And I'm going to challenge you tomorrow. I'm going to challenge you to wake up to a song. Pick a song. And it will change how you face your entire day. It will change how you come to work. Now pick the right song, because sometimes it can be all of a sudden you come to work and you're like, that song was horrible. Because that's not okay. Okay, don't pick that song. Switch it up a little bit. Now we want words with an O. Give words with an O. Outstanding. That was fantastic. Okay, outstanding. What else? Optimistic. Outgoing. Ostentatious. That's not old. Okay. All right, what's that? All right. Okay, all right. What else? We are objective. We are open-minded. We are, and what does that say on the left, on the bottom? Overwhelmed. And the reason that I put overwhelmed is because we're also very real, right? We're having real talk here. You will be overwhelmed. Majority of us are. But that doesn't change how optimistic we are about things, right? So I will tell you a little bit about optimism and what we had at some of our meetings, and we had a couple of different groups. We were talking about some of the budget stuff that was just discussed by the president, right? We're in a part our times are there. But we're optimistic because what did the person say? They say, well, we lost some money, but it could have been a lot more. We're in a hiring freeze, or we're not going to get raises, but no one is losing their job. And everyone still has that check to go, right? Every month it's still steady coming in. So we have a lot to be grateful for, but we are optimistic. Some people say, yeah, enrollment's down. But you know what? We're optimistic because we are going to be the reason that enrollment goes up. We, the people in this room, there are 300 of us sitting here today. If each one of us went to the H-E-B, or the Walmart, or the Hobby Lobby, and talked to at least one person, and recruited at least one student, that's another 300. And some of you are like, that's true. Some of us have big families. I try to recruit people all the time, little ones. Second graders, I'm like, where are you going to go to college? They're like, yeah, like that. And I'm like, I don't know what you just said, but yes, as long as it translates to Javelina at one point, sure, why not? Okay. But we start recruiting, right? Because we love where we work. And we want others to be a part of it. So how do we stay optimistic? How do we do that? Let it go, everybody. Just do this with me. Let it go. Some people are already doing it in the back. Oh no, they're moving the balloon. That's okay. That's okay. Do it anyway. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, some people used to be, they're like, let it. All right. So, some people have flat hands. That's very good. But why do we stay optimistic? Why do we do that? We stay optimistic because of our students. We stay optimistic every day. We come to work and we work hard, understanding the times are difficult. But you want to know why we push ourselves? For them. How many of you have had students that have graduated that have worked for you? Raise your hand. That push us into that next gear. Because sometimes we don't have anymore, right? Like we're like the gas, like the little, I don't know if you've ever seen those little, like, you know what I'm talking about. So you're like, I drive that. That's okay. That's okay. You need that extra gear and that extra gas. Be that for each other. If you see one of us is having a bad day, say hi. Remind them how awesome they are. Because sometimes we just need that, right? You know what else freaks people out? When you smile and you say hi. I don't know why that's such a weird thing. Like I'll be walking, I'm like, hello. They're like, hi. I was like, no, I'm just saying hi. They're like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I'm gonna run. We're ZPD, everything's okay. All right, but be each other's support so that we can stay optimistic. So what about an N? I give you clues in case you don't notice. I show the first one so you can have some words. All right, N, go. What about an N? Number one. That's 2 words. Okay. That's fine. Number one. Okay, there you go. And what else?
We're nice.
Did you say needy? Okay. Needy. We do have needs. Okay, great. We're nice. What else? What else? Some of you are like, the turkey's really getting in right now, and you're moving, and I don't know what you're doing. Okay. So, what about an N? We're numbers people. I think that was the finance group that put that out there. They're like, we're numbers people. I was like, that's not really a word, but okay, sure. All right. We're nurturing. We're kind of nutty, which I accept and I embrace. Okay. We're non-biased. We're nice people. So let me tell you a little bit about being nice. Normal, you know, that one on there, and I wasn't sure because I never claimed to be normal, and I'm okay with that too. I'm okay. So let's talk about nice. So we try to be very nice to each other, right? Like every time we go to each other's departments, we roll out the red carpet, and we're like, come on in. Some of you are like, no. We'd rather not talk about that? Okay. So we're going to talk about being nice. The reason that we're going to talk about being nice is we all strive to deliver excellent customer service. This video real quick, and I want you to let's think about our customer service real quick. This was my favorite. This is my favorite, absolutely. Now, just keep smiling. And so you realize that all of these people, no offense to anybody that has relatives that work in the DM department, but that's Michelle.
Just
Fine.
as well. What can I do
Well, I was hoping you could run a
for
play.
you?
Not yet.
Well, I was hoping you could run a play for us. We are in a really big hurry.
Sure.
He said, sure.
Plate.
29. T.
Number.
T.
I know, somebody already gave up and is walking out. It's okay. It's okay. It eventually will end. Yeah, okay. So, I'm not going to say that we're guilty of that. I am going to really say that the next time we deal with other offices or the next time we deal with students, they may have an immediacy and they may be thinking, why aren't you moving any faster? Like I sent you that, and if you get okay. I'll just come back. Okay. So we all need a lesson in patience. Now, let's go with the G. Let's end this strong. Go with the G. Give me. What? Give me. If I doesn't give me, I'm gonna. All right. What?
Generous.
Generous. Great. What else? Gorgeous. Ow! I like that. Okay. Self-confidence not on there, but all righty. Okay. What else? Great again. Okay. Grateful. That is correct. We are gifted. We are generous, and we're just that made the list. Thank you very much. We are good people, and we get along. So I find this to be interesting. I asked a couple people, random people in the audience, and I will not tell you who they are. They're just random people, right? What do they hear? What songs do they hear or sounds when they deal with other offices? And you may be amazed because some of these, and this little cursor is not working. All right, okay. So do not be alarmed and please do not take offense. You know who you are. You know who you are. And then the other one, which I was having a field day with this, but you also know who you are. Okay. But then we also have this group. Everything is awesome. Have y'all ever been to the awesome town of the Lego town? Okay, great. This is also what a lot of people thought was very, very popular. When you go work with another person, another office on this campus, we're a team. Everything's better when you're part of a team. How many of us know we cannot do our jobs as well without each other? Right? We all need each other. I would love to say, oh yes, distance learning, we can run everything by ourselves. No internet, I don't think so. Right? I buy it, so no, can't do that either. I can't hire people, so there went that. So the idea is we are all an ecosystem, right? Everybody together. We are interconnected. We need each other. So let's value each other. Let's respect each other and our talents so that we can do exactly what we need to do to get our students to graduation. We are all one team. And my mathematics, so that doesn't work, but still. But we need to be able to lean on each other, right? And you know what I'm going to play next. Feel free to cry if you need to, because it'll make me feel good, like all the effort that I put in here. If not, just go like this. Just go like this, and I'll think that you are crying, okay? But we are one team. No, I know, right? Some of you can sway. Some of you are a little spastic when you do it, so just be slow down. Slow down. That's our team. That's our team. Leon is very attentive now. You see that? He's like, I'm outside in the suit. Okay. That's our housing group. There we go. Oh, dress to impress. Our staff employees of the year. There we go with the phone. Look at, shout out to Dr. Talent in the front with his cell phone right there. You know technology made it when the president got the phone and started doing this. All right. It is a good place to be at to move today. There we go. You know the song says, you see, now some of you are getting more into it. There we go. Are we going to clap again? It's a clapping. Just do it. Come on, here we go. But do it together. Come on. Clap and clap. Go jump. There we go. Eventually. Abby, who coordinated all of this event along with the staff council members. Thank you so much. And there is our Javelina family. So to end this, I am going to say what we decided to spell out was the word strong. We are Javelina strong, and we know exactly how to come together as a team when we need to. We have in the past, and we will do it again. That will always be who we are because we are Javelinas in spirit, we are Javelinas in heart. And what exactly does it mean to be Javelina strong? It means that we can accomplish things as a staff community by supporting each other through times of adversity and times of success that we possess, and by growing in spirit, in unity, and in loyalty as one cohesive unit. We are Javelina strong. So to end this, what I'm going to want you to do is I am going to say Javelina, and I want you to say strong. Got it? Javelina. Strong. That was cute. That was good. No, I felt it. I felt it. Let's try it again. This time, really do it from your heart. Javelina. Strong. Javelina. Strong. Javelina. Strong. I am Michelle Budon. I'm your Assistant Vice President for Teaching and Learning. I am a proud staff member, and I am Javelina. Strong. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Duran. Very good presentation. Great message, next we'll go ahead and go for some more door prizes. And for the next set of door prizes, we're going to get everyone have your ticket ready and available, so when we call out the number, you can receive your door prize. Okay, and for the first door prize, whoever holds the tickets, Okay, and the person with the ticket ending in 492. 492, do we have a winner or not? Going once, going twice. Yes?
Right here.
What? Oscar? Congratulations. And the next door prize is going to the person holding 400. Oh, this is not rigged at all. Again, it's not rigged, I swear. And the next door prize is the person with the ticket 230. Last three. And we have a winner. And for the last door prize, 435. 435. Do we have a winner? Yes? 435. Am I missing anybody behind the pillar? Oh, wow, we're gonna select one more. Must be present to win. Okay, for the second chance of the last door prize, ticket 289. Come on, 289. Yes, oh, we have a winner. Congratulations to everyone who won door prizes. And we're going to be closing out, so thank you everyone for coming. We had an exceptional attendance this year. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.
Not this time, not this time.